Hi, Malini Kamalam Khanya, and welcome back to yet another episode of the Running Podcast. She's a Kenyan, but not that kind of Kenyan, or so she thinks. Kat went from avoiding fun runs to running half marathons and smashing PBs, all while rediscovering herself, her strength, and her joy. This is her comeback story, one hill, one heartbeat, and one hard thing at a time. Okay, I'm ready to get started.
Okay, so this is where the music is going.
Basically, over all this rubbish. How are you? Look at you having a moment.
I know what you're doing. You're trying to get me to...
Just while you're
That is very clever. That is what I do with my patients. Yes. I can see what you're doing. Okay, it's working. Okay, so there's time.
What are you doing afterwards? You don't know?
I have a submission due to my supervisor, and that's why I had a late night. And I have writer's block, and that sucks. So I need to send something to her before I have to go fetch my... It's been due. Oh. I've been ignoring her email. She sent another email yesterday. I'm like, shit. Yeah, so...
What are you studying? Are you still...
Yeah, I'm Masters of Public Health.
Wow. So... On top of being a physio?
Yeah.
Would you ever go... I mean, I know you mentioned, like, you still do physio, but you back and forth between here and Kenya. Mm-hmm. How often do you go back?
Like every few months, I have to be back.
Do you work for a specific...
My own practice, yeah.
Yeah. And are the people at the practice already, or...
Yeah. And then there's a lot of like follow-ups online. This, like, the best thing that ever happened to us was that digital jump.
Yeah.
Where healthcare kind of caught up as well. So you have patients who you can sort of like triage. Mm-hmm. Well, you don't really need to see someone. Why don't you do these exercises and then follow up and make sure they do them?
Aish, I'm one of them that don't do that. But you know what? Like I said, since I turned 30, I've been doing stretches. I do my strength training.
Good.
I sometimes participate in the beginning stretches and the end stretches.
Good.
So I think...
It helps.
It does help. I think also it helps a lot with running. So I'm okay in that end. I mean, I used to be prone to like injuries. Lots of like... small niggles, but also I remember I pulled both my quads. Both my hamstrings. Sorry, both my hamstrings at the same time. I was at a hockey practice, and it was the most excruciating pain. And I remember going to the physio.
Do you play hockey?
I used to.
Oh,
I used to.
That is so cool.
And it was weird because also you get taped up in so much tape, and your legs end up looking like a Christmas tree. Yeah. And I was like, I hate every moment of this. And since then, I kind of learned to like look after myself a bit. But I mean, running is pretty much the same, right?
I try not to say I'm a physio. It gets a lot.
Oh, so I have this problem and this problem and this problem.
I'm telling you, I don't know why people like instinctively... They will tell you all their problems. I'm like, dude, I'm just here to run. I'm like you, okay? I'm just here to run, like you, okay?
I'm not here to treat patients.
No. Now we're here on this hill. And you're like, so like my arms... Dude.
Not the time.
Out. Not now.
Not the time. But talk to me within working hours.
Or maybe don't.
Or don't. Or don't. I don't. Gosh, yeah. So next time I walk into a space and I know there's a physio, don't ask anything. My old housemate, she's a physio. Mm-hmm. And I think one of the first things she said to me, she's like, I don't give free massages. And I was like, cool, copy. I didn't say anything. I didn't ask for anything. And, later on, I'll get like free massages here and there. Yeah. And I'm just like, cool. I'm not saying anything.
Yeah,
I'm not asking for anything.
If you decide
but if you decide to,
I'm not going to stop you.
I'm not going to fight you. But you know what? Thank you so much. I absolutely receive this. And I'm going to take this in.
I like that.
I'm going to take this moment in with everything right now.
It's like, don't say anything.
Don't
Let
say
this go on
anything.
for as long as it can.
Exactly. And we used to run together, and sometimes she would treat herself. She'll do like a little acupuncture on herself, and I'm like, this is crazy. I don't ever think I've met a physio who actually treats themselves. Do you treat yourself?
Sometimes.
A little acupuncture here and there.
Yeah, but we are the worst patients. Honestly. We're like, yeah, it's nothing. It's nothing. But it's not nothing.
Oh my gosh. I'm sure you probably avoid going to other physios because you're like, oh, I'm a physio.
Yeah.
I know what's wrong.
Yeah. No, but I've learned to be a patient. Yeah, I've learned. So I'll go to people who don't know I'm a physio, and I don't tell them that I am one. I prefer it that way. Just treat me because then when someone knows, they change how they
talk to you.
They assume you know, and sometimes you just want to be a patient. Yeah. So I wouldn't say, they'll ask what you do. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I lift a lot of heavy stuff. I don't know anything.
Please teach me.
Yeah.
This is a teachable moment for me right now. Also, I want to see what you know.
Yes. I'm kind of testing you.
I'm kind of testing you. You don't
Why
know
didn't
this
you
is actually
do
an exam.
that test?
Why didn't you do this instead? Why give me this specific exercise when I actually should be doing this? Oh my gosh, it's probably the hardest flex. I would probably have you like, you know what? What you don't know. I'm a physio, and I'm actually just testing you to see if you read your textbooks and you know.
And now I don't respect you because you didn't do
what you needed to do, and you didn't prescribe me the right things.
We are the worst. We're the worst.
I hear you. No. How long have you been running with MLH? Have you been with them for a while?
Right after Two Oceans. So
which Two Oceans?
April.
This Two Oceans?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm a newbie runner.
Yeah. Wait, so when did you start running? This year? No.
Last year. It's actually been my run-anniversary this month.
Happy run-anniversary.
Thank you. It's such a big deal. I need to get champagne.
Oh my gosh. Wait, so you started running last year and then you did Two Oceans this year?
Yes.
Beast. That's crazy.
I know. Kind of badass. So you've kind of badass.
That is badass.
Yeah.
What made you do that jump from I'm going to start running to I'm going to run a half?
Oh, it wasn't a jump at all. So do you want to go to the start?
Okay.
Where do you want to start?
Where can we start? I mean, I'm sure there's a whole... It didn't just happen suddenly.
No.
I've read your article.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know how far back it goes. Maybe it goes a little further back than the article, but I know for you it started after you had your kids. One kid. After you had your child. And you kind of had that moment, that turning point moment of I need to do something about my weight and, and I think a lot of people related to that. I know for me, I mean, I don't have kids, but I related to after I started playing hockey, I gained so much weight and I felt very uncomfortable. Yeah. I was out of breath, just walking short distances or up the stairs. And I was just we need to do something about this because I'm not used to it. And you feel heavy and you feel sluggish and you can't do much. And I think that's when I was like, okay, cool. I need to do something about this. And that's when I started running.
I love that.
So, I mean, my running journey started off with just losing weight.
Okay.
And then it progressed.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I know for you was something similar, but maybe it goes way back.
Yeah.
Even further than that.
Yeah. Oh. we have all day.
We have all.
But so you know my background, physio, working with. Well, I worked in very many specialties.
Okay.
But I think a lot of runners tend to just be drawn to tell me about the elites. I want to know all about it. And it's very interesting because in Kenya, the run landscape is very different. it's very, I think just because the elites are very elite, you know, and so as a normal person,
so do you go from very elite to not so much a runner?
Yeah.
There's no in between.
No, it's like what? You're a jogger. In fact, you're a brisk walker. It just feels like either you are that or you're not. It's very black and white.
Sure.
And so you grow up already knowing I'm not this. You know, I never really will be this.
Yeah.
So running was never ever my thing. I was a swimmer though. Yeah, and that was fun. I swam nationally as well, so
okay,
I got all the way up to nationals in college.
Okay, tell me more.
But that was about it. Like swimming, I always enjoyed swimming since I was very young. So that was the biggest thing that I did athletically.
Okay,
and then so became a physio and ended up working with the elites. And the most I could do was like we had to do a few jogs just so you're like fit enough to run after them when they need you.
Got you.
And I worked in rugby as well, and that was where I had to really, really like work, because then something happens on the pitch and you have to like sprint.
And you have to sprint to the other side.
Yes. And so they'd always tell me, hey, I want to say it in... so I'm thinking Swahili.
Yeah.
Then
Say it in Swahili.
I have to remember, no, Khanya doesn't speak Swahili. But they would be like, hey, we're physio, itabidi ujue kukimbia haraka. Like, you're going to have to...
Hurry up.
You're going to have to come and train with us. Oh. And I'd be like, I hate this. So let me not be the one on the field. Let me be that's how much I hated running. That I would rather sacrifice everything, rather even sacrifice being on the front line of the medic team to not have to run into the action, please.
Oh my God.
It was crazy. I've never enjoyed running.
Yeah.
Anyway, fast forward to 2020. Mm-hmm. This is now COVID lockdown. I'm in Cape Town. I had just moved here from Joburg. I'd moved December 2019.
Okay.
And so life was all happy, and then boom, March 2020, lockdown. COVID. Now I still don't have enough of a life here per se, outside of my husband. I didn't really have a life, no friends. Not much.
So you just moved here?
Yes. Okay. From Joburg. And then lockdown happens, and then I get pregnant. I kind of got knocked up. And
what were you doing during COVID?
If you do the math.
Kind of adds up.
Yeah, so I didn't realize how much of a social... Like, a lot of people lost a lot of things in COVID. Mm-hmm. A lot of people lost their lives, lost loved ones, lost their jobs, livelihoods. But then everyone lost connection.
Yeah.
Like we went from being around each other to just being alone. And then I went into this whole, something that should be a huge life event, surrounded by people who love you. I was in it alone, My husband couldn't come to hospital visits, so he would drop me and sit in the car, and I would go see my gynae, and she would sit all the way on the corner with a whole hazmat suit.
Oh my gosh.
It was so isolating. I don't think people realize how isolating it was to have a baby in that time, and that really did a number on me. I didn't have a baby shower, like all these things I always romanticized of being, I can't wait for one day to have this. I couldn't have family, I couldn't have friends because they were all in Kenya and it was hard lockdown. So already I started having a whole antenatal depression because this is not how I envisioned it. And then I started coping. you see these Romani cookies? Romani cream.
Yes.
Oh, the blue ones. Yo, they had me by my neck in a chokehold. Those were my emotional support. So every time my husband would go to the shop, I'd be like, please bring the Romani.
I think you and my mom are the same
Really?
person. She loves them.
Really?
She used to literally buy a box every other day.
The blue ones.
Yeah. And also, I think there's green ones. Yeah.
The mint.
She would switch it up.
Yeah.
But Romany creams were her thing. And I think still her thing.
I love them. I don't want to see them anymore, but yeah, those things carried me through. But then it's a slippery slope. You don't realize how quick the weight starts to build up. And now on top of that, you're pregnant. So you're hungry and you're eating, and now we're in lockdown and you can't go anywhere, you know? So you're stuck in the house. And before I knew it, I'd gained like 40 kilos.
Wow.
Yeah. Before I knew it. And my pregnancy was complicated. So I had to have an elective cesarean.
Oh, wow.
So then I had the baby, and fast forward, that nothing could have prepared me for that.
Sure.
Even being a healthcare practitioner myself could not have prepared me for what that was going to be. As soon as I had my son, I didn't sleep for a week. I was like in this constant state of alert. I couldn't turn it off. I also couldn't breastfeed. He couldn't latch. I was I was going through so much, just trying to understand what happened to me.
Mm-hmm.
The birth was traumatic.
Mm.
And I was just so traumatized. I can't even explain it. It was really, really, really tough. And then, so fast forward many months later, very, very deep postpartum depression, very deep, very, very dark.
Sure.
And the only thing that would keep me comforted was food, you know? And I was those control freak young moms. I need to do everything myself. So do not help me, because you don't know. You don't know how to wash the bottles. I don't trust anyone else.
But myself.
I need to be the one breastfeeding, doing literally everything. So you end up so fatigued.
Yeah.
Chronically fatigued. And
I can't imagine the burnout as well.
It's insane. And so when you say you lose yourself in motherhood, I could not recognize myself. And this went all the way on until I stopped having the excuse. So someone would say, "Oh, you've picked up a lot of weight." So remember, after you deliver and you're breastfeeding, there's a lot of weight loss that happens because, you know, breastfeeding, you're like burning calories.
Yeah.
As soon as 6 months hits. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
As soon as 6 months hits and you start weaning, and then they're not breastfeeding as much as they were before, but you're still eating as much as before. So now, you know, the calories I started adding weight. So now it was out of control. And so I would always say, "Oh, I just had a baby." And then, you know, he turned 1. "Oh, I just had a baby." "How old is he?" "He's 1." "Okay." We're getting the excuse is getting old. You know? How much longer are you gonna say I just had a baby to justify?
5 years in, I just had a baby.
How old is he? He's 42, 420 months.
I just had a baby.
Yeah, no. So eventually so we did move to Kenya, sorry. We moved to Kenya for like a year after the postpartum depression. I could not cope.
Yeah.
And that move saved my life, literally.
Sure.
Yeah. And then eventually we had to move back. December of 2022 had to move back. So that now came with its own challenges now, moving away from family support again, and being sort of alone again. I didn't have friends here, didn't really have a life. You're a mom. And then mom circles or something else. Oh my gosh, making mom friends is so hard.
Oh.
Gosh. Because then mom friends, some circles can be so judgmental. Oh, mine's gluten free. Mine's dairy free. I don't do screen time. I do screen time. Oh, I only breastfeed. I don't. Oh my gosh, it's such a judgmental space. So just finding moms you vibe
crazy.
with. Yeah. So I didn't have friends again. My husband works so much.
Yeah.
So I was very, very much alone. And I would go to Virgin Active, and I'm like, oh. Then they're debiting and I'm not going. Okay, just cancel it then.
Wow, Sha. I've heard that before. That's me. That's me.
Because then now you know you need to change.
Yeah.
But then nothing is enough to make you actually
change. Do it, yeah.
So I'd always start this. I'd go to Pilates. Oh, stop. Go to the prom. Oh, stop. There was so many false starts. Now, fast forward to that moment in the hospital. My son he was about 2, and he just had surgery. He had an ENT full house.
Okay.
So, and it's a day procedure. So he was being wheeled out of theater, and usually the mom will climb into the cot bed so you can comfort. Because when they come out, they're crashing out.
Sure.
It is crazy. Reversing the anesthesia, they really just need you to hold them. Yeah, it's really, really traumatic for them because they can't understand what's happening. They're in pain. It's very scary. So he was screaming, frantic, like he needed me. And I climbed into the cot bed, and immediately it gave.
Oh.
So they're like, "Ma'am, I'm so sorry, you're going to have to climb out." And I was like, "What?" And he's screaming. And I'm like, "Shh." And I'm like, it's fine. They're like, "We can't move it. It's going to break."
Sure.
And I sat there inside, and I'm feeling, it's giving as well. I need to come out. And I couldn't believe it. That was the moment. I was like, what? So I had to climb out so my husband could climb in. Not to say that he's not a parent. No. But you know. And that moment broke my heart.
Sure.
I was like, gosh. And so they were wheeling him away with my husband, but he's still screaming, "Mommy, mommy." He's bleeding. He's crying. He's crashing out. And I said, so because I'm so obese, I couldn't be there for him. That will forever be etched in my memory because all I ever wanted to be was a good mom. I had given up so much of myself just to be a good mom. And now here I let him down.
Sure.
And I it's not because I was just too heavy. And I'd had moments where I would feel, oh my gosh, I'm letting him down, because when you're so obese, you can't even keep up with a busy 2-year-old. So he would want to go play. He'd want me to take him to the park, but I didn't have the energy. So I would let him watch TV. And I would feel so bad, but I'm like, I don't feel bad enough to change. And that is so messed up. Even just saying that out loud. And I would feel I want to be a better mom. I want to be those moms who will put the kid in the stroller and go jog on the promenade, but I just don't have the energy.
Yeah.
He deserves better, And how can I love him so much and not want to give him that childhood, But that moment, that was it. That was that was it. I will never not be able to be what he needs and who he needs ever again. And that was it. So I waited for him to recover. It was 2 weeks. That was August 2023. I remember, it's so etched in my memory. August 2023, he had the op. Around the end, I think it was September, now early September, I was like, okay, I've tried every commercial gym near me. I'm going to do CrossFit. It's going to have to be drastic. Because let me tell you the truth, I felt like shit.
Yeah.
Can I use that language?
Yeah.
Sorry for the language.
No. I've had Mike Aubrey on
Okay,
this,
fine.
so. Yeah.
I felt like such a shit human being. And so it was very self-punitive. I was like, I need to do the worst thing on this planet to change my life. So I was like, fine, CrossFit. Delulu is the Solulu.
Always. Always. Delulu definitely the Solulu.
So I Googled the CrossFit gym near me and I gave him a call. This guy, he had the heaviest Australian accent. He's like, yeah, come down. And I was like, oh, today? He's like, yeah, come today. I was like, okay, I'll come today. He's like, yeah, try free week. If you don't like it, don't come back. Cool. No pressure. So I was like, okay, fine. Okay. I was like, okay, fine, we're doing this. So I get in the car and I go. And it's on the first floor. And after the first flight, I was like, already out of breath. I'm like, this is embarrassing. So like, wait here, catch your breath before you walk up the second flight. Because who walks into a gym completely out of breath? That's why I said it felt like walking to a lion's den with a baguette. Because like, are you okay? They're going to eat you alive. They're going to eat you alive. Like, what are you thinking? But I walked in. It was the hardest session. And it was a beginner class.
Okay.
But it was the hardest session of my life. It was so hard. I cried so hard in the end. Like I cried my eyes out in the car. And I was like, that was so hard. But it still wasn't as hard as what it felt like, letting my son down.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll come again. I'll do it again. And I kept going. And eventually I ended up in like the normal classes, And then I said, fine, let's start going at 5 a.m. Literally everything I'm not. I'm not a morning person. I hate morning. Don't talk to me before 7 a.m., please. Like, I'm not a morning person.
That time I've had a whole day.
Yeah.
I started my day 5:45 this morning. Yep. And I don't drink coffee at all.
What?
And it's how do you give someone caffeine that's literally always on a high?
That is crazy.
So it's just but my friend, she ordered a coffee and I was like, oh, I could do like maybe a butterscotch latte. And I was hoping they'll give me like a small one. And they gave me a big one and I'm just like,
you're on.
So now I'm wide awake. I'm here. I'm present.
That is
I couldn't be more present.
I can see that your eyes are peeking into my soul. Yeah. You're wide awake.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I started with those. Just that consistency of always putting myself into the hardest things.
Yeah.
And then strength training ended up giving me something I didn't expect because it's so hard. I mean, you do CrossFit.
Yeah.
So, it's so hard. And I didn't realize that was the key.
Mm.
When you do hard things, like things you don't think that you can't possibly envision yourself doing it.
Yeah.
And when you push through that darkness and you do it, that's where the magic is. And all those things, they go into a bank.
Yeah.
I call it my pain bank. Everything is in the pain bank. Like, remember that time that I didn't want to go and I went and I did it? It's in the bank. And remember that time I thought my quads were going to split in half because the front squats were so heavy and I did it? In the bank. And all those things, they started to build my self-esteem.
Sure.
And I started to feel like a person again.
Mm.
And I started to feel alive, I can't even explain it to you.
I love that.
Started to get my spark again. And then, so because CrossFitters, high rocks, whatever, there was a lot of runners. And they're like, listen, Kat, you're heavy. Okay. And it's very nice that you can lift weights. And, so mass moves mass, right?
Mm-hmm.
So doing deadlifts, doing, heavy back squats, it was possible because mass moves mass.
Yeah.
But now you come to body weight stuff.
Yeah.
And I would just flat out,
Nah.
running. If there's a run in the ward, why?
I used to skip those because on
you
our
can see
program
it.
you can see it.
Oh.
I'm like, nope,
Nope.
cool. No.
You get it. If you know, you know.
Exactly.
And our coach never used to put the whole ward up, so you wouldn't know.
So it's a surprise when you go to class.
It's like, why is there a 400-meter run?
See, I hate surprises. I could never.
Yeah.
That would literally send me. Absolutely not.
We're not doing
Runs and burpees.
Mm.
When I see those on the program for the day,
you
I'm
skip
out.
it. Oh, so then you need to listen to this podcast.
No, I'm different now.
Yeah, okay.
I'm different now.
Okay.
I think when I started, I was also quite early into my running thing. And when they would roster runs, I'm like, nah, I'm not doing them. And burpees, because I was, pretty much the same.
Body weight.
When I started running, I also started CrossFit as well. And I was just like, body weight, I can't take it. It's too heavy.
It's hard.
So I was just like, I would literally skip those.
Yeah.
And then I think my turning point was like, I need to actually, it was so weird. It was a harsh talk to myself, but I was just like, I am going to make burpees my bitch one day.
I love that.
And I remember because I also started at Virgin Active, and I remember saying the same thing because burpees were so hard, I couldn't do them. And I was like, I'm going to make burpees my bitch.
Yes.
And then I started doing them, and to the point where I was just like, okay, cool. This is actually quite easy for me to do. And then when obviously lockdown happened, I gained all the weight back. And then when I went back to CrossFit, I was just like struggling, and I was just like, nah. And then I was like, remember what you said the last time? I was like, okay, cool, copy. And then
it's in the bank.
Exactly. So now I don't fear burpees anymore. Nor runs.
I love that. I love that. Because when you do hard things, it goes in the bank.
Exactly.
And you remember.
Exactly.
I could do that, so I can do it again.
Exactly.
I love that. Yeah. So that's how eventually friends got me into the idea of running. Because I realized, okay, so I'm very strong. Do you understand strong?
I can lift weights.
My deadlift PB, 1 rep max was like 130.
Whoa. Girl.
Back squats, I think I don't know, maybe 115. Cock strong. But then I couldn't run 100 meters. Please pick it up. Pick it up. But
you're strong.
But then I couldn't run 100 meters. So am I really fit? I still couldn't keep up with my son. If he dropped something under the bed, oh, please, RIP. We're not going to find it again. Because just the idea of
going down.
Oh, I have to go down. So then I realized, no, I need to get help. I need to get help. I need to get the weight off.
Yeah.
And that's where a lot of people struggle because you do not want to accept that you need help.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a difference between, I have just a little bit of weight to lose, and obesity is a disease that we need to stop stigmatizing. And we need to allow people, especially women. I'm not going to speak for men because their experience is so different. But for women who have to deal with hormonal issues month after month, and then this affects everything else in your body, and there's just so much we go through. And sometimes no matter what you do, you start putting in so much effort in high intensity workouts, then your cortisol goes up, and then now it's impossible to lose the weight, and then it is so hard. And sometimes you need help. And in 2025, I think we have almost every option under the sun now for you to get help.
Yeah.
But the key thing that I feel like I really want people to take away from what I'm saying is the mental work cannot be avoided.
Yeah.
The mental resilience, putting things in the bank, is what will get you through
Absolutely.
to the other side.
Absolutely.
So you can go get, I don't know how many shots of Ozempic.
No offense to the Ozempic people.
There's no
Like,
offense.
there's no offense.
But like, you can get all those shots. If you do not deal with the shit that goes on in your head that makes you walk to the fridge at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Like, there's no peace because there's chocolate cake in the fridge. How are we going to sleep? There's a chocolate cake.
And I can't believe no one's eating it.
No.
How are we not eating it?
And my emotions come to me at night. And I have to eat to soothe it. You have to heal your relationship with food. And that took me so long to figure out. Like, I need therapy to sit down with someone and understand why do I need food the way I need food? Why does it comfort me the way it does?
Show that emotional support.
Yes. And that's why a lot of people will be stuck in that cycle because you never get to the root cause of why you struggle with this thing. So get the help you need, please. It's more than just doing, intermittent fasting, keto. Because let me tell you, I used to fast for like 36 hours. And so tell me why I would break my fast with a whole box of Romani creams.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Also, 36-hour fast is crazy.
I know. I had this app on my phone and I would just... And I'm trying, but then I haven't dealt with the shit. You have to face those demons.
That's true.
You have to face the demons. You have to face the demons and get the help that you need. So ultimately I did that. And then I got into running. I joined a Couch to 10 with Pinelands, my run crew. And
which I saw you recently celebrated.
Yes.
Your first race. Or a year since your...
Yes. It's actually been a year since I joined Couch to 10. So that's the other thing. A lot of people don't know how to start running.
Yeah.
I
mean, there's no lessons out there to... Or like people are either intimidated by like the run crews, everyone looks so fast, or they have like a certain physique and stuff like that. And I'm like, I get it. Because when I looked at my run crew, I was like,
there's no way.
There's no way. It's like, I won't be able to keep up. I won't be able to do this and that. But I think once you make that first step in actually joining and leaving all of that shit behind, you then realize how open people are and how inviting they are and how they're like, actually, no, come and run. Someone will run with you at the back, even if you are slow. But when you show up every time consistently, you'll start seeing improvements and you'll also be able to catch up with everyone else.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's the best part. The hardest part is just showing up.
Exactly.
You know? Yeah, so I joined the Pinelands Couch to 10, and in 12 weeks, I did my first 10K. And that was wild. Like, go back to the first time I even ran for more than a minute. I couldn't believe I ran for more than a minute. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that. And then the next day, I can't believe I ran for 2 minutes. And then, oh my gosh, it's been 15 minutes. I'm running nonstop. And it didn't matter that it was like 9 minutes, okay. I was just so happy that I could do it.
Yeah.
And all of that went in the bank. Then I did my first 10K. I still have it like I have portions of it that I recorded. And I remember being in the pain cave at 7Ks and thinking, there is absolutely no way I can get to the end. It was Omi Dry.
Yes.
Omi Dry 10K.
Okay.
And I didn't know that after the long... Have you done Omi Dry 10K?
No, I haven't.
There's a very long climb. And then right after the climb, there's a very long down. And I smashed my quads on the down. And then there was still like 2Ks to finish. And my legs were finished and I was cramping. And I was like, it's 7Ks and I don't know how I'm going to get to the end. But I did it. And it's in the bank. And I did that, I think, in 1 hour. Strava said 1:28, but the actual time was, I think, 1:35.
Okay.
The actual time on the clock. So I don't know where.
Yeah.
I don't know where I was, but it was definitely more than an hour and a half. And then the next weekend I did Sanlam, the peace run.
Oh, wow.
And I did that in 1:31.
Which one is the 10K?
The 10K.
The 10, okay.
Yeah. I did that in 1:31. And oh my gosh, it was also so hard. But I was like, I can't believe I did it. It's in the bank. Then I was like, you know what? This is going to be who we are. We're going to be a runner. That's who we're going to be. And I decided to create this identity, that I'm a runner. And I asked one of my friends who is such an amazing runner. Oh my gosh. Can I say her name? Cleo. Oh, I love Cleo so much. She's an amazing... So I met her at CrossFit.
Okay.
And she's like... Like when you think of a runner, she's like the dream. She does ultras. She's like the first person I heard doing. I asked her last year, Claire, are you doing Cape Town Marathon? Because I was like, of course, Cape Town Marathon is like the dream. She's like, no, I'm doing UTCT. I'm doing 100Ks. Oh. I was like, you are mad. You're insane. What do you mean you're doing 100Ks? She's like, yeah, I'm doing 100Ks. I was like, Leah, have you done that before? She's like, yeah, several times. Like,
oh my gosh.
And she started giving me tips. She's like, listen, if you want to run better, just picture dog poop and you're like sliding on the dog poop. Because I didn't have a stride. I didn't. Like my foot would just like land.
Picture dog poop. I don't think I've ever heard that.
Literally, the next time you want to run, just think of dog poop. And that's like the best. It was the best thing for my stride. She's like, shorten it and just dog poop. Just slide, slide, slide. And I would send her videos of my technique. And she'd be like, girl, you're doing so well. And she's always been in my corner.
Oh, I love
to
that.
date. I love Cleo. So it's just like having people like that keep me going. And yeah, so ultimately I was like, okay, fine. We've done a couple of 10Ks. Let's do 2 oceans. And I was like, what? 2 oceans? Okay, fine. Put my name in the ballot. And then, of course, they picked me because I don't know why they picked me, but I got selected and I was like, okay, oh shit, now we have to train for this. What? How? And then at some point I joined Full Send.
Okay.
For the long runs.
Okay.
And I always got dropped. On the slowest group, I got dropped every single time. Would get lost.
But you'd show up every single time.
But I would show up every single time. I remember one time I even started it earlier so that when they overtake me, I go to one of the aid stations and I was like, hi, I'm with Full Send. And there was like confusion because there was also the regular road to 2 oceans training runs.
Oh, yes. There's 2 different ones.
Two different ones. Yeah. And they'd be like, are you with Full Send or... And I'd be like, oh, I'm with Full Send. Like, but they're not here yet. I'm like, yeah, I know. I said it early because I just didn't want to be left.
You can catch up with them.
And they'd be like, but why can't you just join with everyone else? I'm like, you can't understand. I just don't want to be at the back. So like, I just kept showing up. And then I did 2 oceans and I did 254. And I could not believe I just did that. So where does that go? In the bank. That I did that. I faced, what's the hill?
There's Edinburgh Drive first, and then there's Southern Cross, the big one.
The big one. And I faced it, and it's in the bank. Then someone was like, listen, you need to join Muscle of Hills. You just come. And I was like, no, man, they're so fast. That like everyone I see in Muscle of Hills is like insane. Like they do like sub 2 hour marathons. Like I barely did a sub 3 half. So how can I?
Yeah.
But I went, and in the first session, Mike said, okay, we're going to do 5 by 500 repeats on Rhodes Memorial. And I was like, gosh, that's a long uphill. 500 meters. Okay. So we start jogging up, running up. Not jogging.
We're
running. Even if it's 10 minutes, okay, we're running. So we start running up from forests, from forests up to roads, and I'm already out of breath. Oh my gosh. We haven't even started, and everyone is like, gone. I'm at the back.
Sure.
Oh my gosh. I was like, why again? And then we got into the session, and it was so hard. But listen, there's things in the bank. So I know I can do hard things. Even if this seems impossible. I remember doing the first one, and I was like, how will I do 4 more? I can't possibly do it. But then I'd struggle, and Mike was amazing. Listen, I know there's amazing coaches out there, but he's the best. Because he would see, I think he somehow has a way of just seeing everyone. Yeah. We can be like 100 of us, and he sees each one.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, listen, just run to the next tree. Just run to the next tree, and then keep going. Keep that cadence. Just keep pushing.
Yeah.
And then recover on the downs. And I pushed through that session like it was the hardest thing. I thought I used to do hills.
Ish.
That's the thing.
Until you go to MLH.
Then you know
That's
hills.
the hill.
That's the hills. So I finished the session, and he came up to me. He's like, you made it. And I bawled into his arms. Like I melted in tears in his arms. And he was like, Shim, are you okay? I bawled my eyes out. And he was like, are you okay? I was like, no, they're happy tears. I just didn't think I was going to do it. And I did it. Oh, and he gave me the biggest hug. He's like, you're so cute. Please come again. And just the way he laughed it off, it wasn't weird to him.
Mm-hmm.
And that made me just feel so at home. You know, it's like he's seen weirder people. Probably he doesn't think that's weird at all.
I think one of the things that I love about him is that he's very community driven.
Yes,
and he loves his people, and he loves to see people win and do well and like push themselves. And I also think like he's such an incredible coach.
Yeah,
I've started doing track sessions with him with Cape Town Marathon, and I have my second session with him today. Next week. Tomorrow.
Yeah. Wednesday.
Tomorrow. And I'm actually quite excited because the first session was so nice. Like it was so good. But I haven't pushed myself like that in a long time. But also again, that thing of like the ability of having him see you and spot you out.
Yes.
And I wasn't doing anything to like be seen. Like I was just there to do what I need to do.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I've never been coached by him. I don't think he's ever really seen me run besides through cheer zones or whatever. But it was also so nice to kind of have him on the other side of the track, be like, let's go, Khanya, you're doing so well. I'm like, okay, I need this because, I'm dying, but we're here, we're going.
He sees you, yeah.
He does. And I think also so many people who are under his coaching, like, have said good things. And like, there are bad sessions sometimes in terms of like, you not performing the way you want to perform, and he's really pushing you, and like, but also at the end of it, like you see the results.
Yeah.
And he was pushing you for a reason to be able to do good, but also he encourages you. And he loves people, so he'll always bring you in as well. And it's just like, cool, thanks for coming, come again next week kind of vibe. So I think he's great. He's lovely. He's great all-rounder person in general.
Yeah, yeah.
So you're very lucky to go to MLH and
have that every week.
Exactly.
Yeah. No,
sometimes twice a week even.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes even more. Now with full send.
Exactly.
On the weekends, yeah. No. I think that was like the biggest game changer. Just joining a structured crew. So we have hills and we have speed work on the track. And that just unlocked this whole potential that I didn't know I had. Because just by showing up, remember, I've now built consistency. So even if I didn't have structure, I was still doing all my easy runs. I was still like pushing long runs. I was doing the best I could with what I had. So now joining MLH, it was like, boom. So then I within like 2 months, I had like 4 back-to-back PBs.
Sure.
Like my 10K
Okay,
time.
girl.
Do you understand? My 10K went from, I think by the time I joined, I was doing like 1 hour 25 or something there. Went all the way down to 1 hour 5. Like, boom. And then within another month, 1 hour 3. That's a 10K. And then my half went from that 254 from Two Oceans down to 229.
Sure.
At Slave Route.
Sure.
And then a month later, I did Nairobi half marathon. And that was very high altitude. Like, it was a big jump.
Yeah.
Could not breathe. And I did 228. And then now, just a day ago, Johnny. Yes, Papa. John Karasi, 222 on the, and I was like, how can you PB your half marathon on a 30K? That's not even at race pace. I was like,
that's not even at a race pace.
It's not even at race pace because it's supposed to be a training run. It wasn't supposed to be a race. It was supposed to be a training run.
But that's just a testament of how hard you've been working.
It's in the bank. You know, and John Karasi was tough.
I've heard many things about that race. I've yet to do it.
I'm sitting here on your couch without a butt. Like, I cannot feel it. I cannot feel my bum. I cannot feel my calves.
Oh, no.
Oh, the hills were brutal. But I told Mike yesterday, it will never be as hard as what we do in training. The session last week at Hills, I almost chanted. It was disgusting. Like, it was hard. I remember cursing at him. I was like, I love you, but I hate you right now for putting me through this.
I think he gets it a lot. I think he's used to it by now.
Oh, it was the toughest session. I know I keep saying that, but like, it was so tough.
Yeah.
But at John Karasi, I was like, listen, we've been climbing for almost 6Ks. It's not as hard as what we do. So that, like every Tuesday, it goes in the bank. Like you climbed that hill over and over and over and over, and you pushed.
Yeah.
You're pushing at your threshold pace. So it's not going to be a race pace. You're pushing at the threshold up this hill. And you do that over and over again. And that just ends up building that self-esteem and that mental resilience that you need to push in a race.
Yeah.
So, yeah, amazing.
Sure. That's
I forgot to mention, I'm now sub 60 10K.
Yes, let's go. It's always a dream when you run your first 10K and like it so goes. To be honest with you, I've yet to run my first sub 60 in a 10. But I know it's coming.
It's coming.
But I've also decided like in the last year and this year, I've only done 2 races each year. And so everything has been at marathon pace.
Okay.
So, but I told myself, you know what? I actually miss running. I actually miss participating in races.
Yeah.
I actually miss like running through a cheer zone. Now I have to wait at the end of the year to be able to experience that. I was just like, nah, I'm done. And it's been 2 years since a PB.
Oh.
So I was just like, well, in terms of like your 5 and your 10,
yeah.
I PB'd my marathon last year.
Oh, girl, come on.
And I ran a back-to-back and I PB'd them both
Oh,
back-to-back.
my word. That is incredible.
That's the only thing I get to brag about now.
Oh, come on.
But it's been a whole year since. And I'm just like, I actually really miss running. I haven't run in so long that like I've only ever trained for marathons, and the marathon it's a bit slower than like, racing it and stuff. And I was like, I really miss it. And I set out for next year. I was like, 2026.
Yeah.
Whoever's listening to this, you can actually hold me accountable to this. I know I say a lot of things.
personally hold you to account.
I know I say a lot of things on this podcast, and sometimes I don't pull through, but whatever. But this year, I've had a moment where I was just like, I really want to change that. I really want to do PBs. I really want to run more races.
Yeah.
Because I actually miss running. I actually miss participating in these things. And I actually do have FOMO in not being a part of that. It's just, I can't wait. I'm really excited. I mean, I can't do it now. I mean, I'm training now for a marathon, but like, I just want to do abs at 10. I want to do all these things. And I'm like, if I want to do like a shakeout run, I'll do like a 5K before the marathon kind of vibe. And like, you know, I want to be able to do all these things. I want to PB my 21 and all these things. So I'm just like,
exciting times ahead.
I mean, I PB'd my 21 last year in the marathon, but I was like,
in the marathon,
I know,
girl.
And I was like, you need to pull back a little bit, girl. But also, to be fair, like I think it was almost easy to PB that 21 because it was a flat route.
Was that Cape Town?
It was Berlin.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was flat, so it was easy
Say some more about Berlin, girl. I well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done. Please shout about that. Like, yeah. That was an Abbott major.
I did that.
You PB'd your half and your marathon time at Berlin.
Yeah. Which is crazy. Which is so crazy. I remember seeing something the other day where someone was like saying like, when you run a 5K, that determines your time for your 10. Okay. When you run a 10, that determines your time for your 21.
Okay.
And when you run your 21, that determines your time for your marathon.
Yeah.
And I was just like, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I was like, if I can run a 10 or a 5 in like 30 minutes, it pretty much double that.
Yeah.
So it'd be like 60 minutes, you know? And I was like, if I can run a 10 in 60 minutes, give or take, it will be like 120.
Yeah.
125 minutes.
Okay. For each 10 or?
No, so like your 5 would be 30 minutes. Your 10 would be a 60, like an hour.
Okay.
Your 21 would be like 2 hours and a bit. And then like your marathon would be you kind of double the time.
Yes.
Essentially.
Yes.
So
but then that's assuming you're holding like threshold pace.
100%.
For all
if you keep it that way.
Distances.
Yes. So whatever you're pushing for your 5, push again for your next 5 to make that 10. So you're keeping that consistent.
That is tough.
It is tough. But like once you keep to that and you keep that the whole time, like you'll be able to finish in those times that you kind of set out, I guess. And I didn't really think of it in that time when I was doing the marathon, but I heard it afterwards and I was just like, that's actually so true because what I PB'd in my half is pretty much double of what I got for my marathon.
That's amazing.
So yeah, I mean, again, just to kind of go back, like I do miss racing and I honestly can't wait to go back and I can't wait to also be able to celebrate PBs more often. And I was just like, yo. And I also miss the consistency of training. I haven't been able to consistently train this year just because of work and but slowly getting back into it.
Yeah.
I did have a dip with running where my relationship with running wasn't always love. It started off with hate, a strong hate, but I needed to do it because I needed to lose weight. And then mentally, it just did a number on me. It was so good, and I really enjoyed it. And I was also on a running streak at some point, and that also took a lot out of me because I was on a running streak, but also training for a marathon. I was just like, this is too much. Sure. And I think when I stopped that, I think my body also just broke down and mentally broke because I was just like, I feel like I don't have a purpose anymore. I'm not running every day. I'm not, my body's also not really taking well to it. And I was just like, I don't know what to do. And I ended up gaining weight, but I was still going to gym. But I was also so tired and so drained and so burnt out that I just didn't have the willingness to go out and do these things.
Yes.
And I think that's also why I ended up just doing 2 races a year. So it's taken me, I guess, 2 years to recover, which is a long time. But I missed running during that time, but like I didn't miss it enough to want to keep running every week and do all these things. So it's been a lot of hate, love in between, but now I'm starting to establish that I miss it and I really want to get back to it. I do enjoy running. I really do. And I just want to get back to the place of I love this. I want to run as high. Literally just keep every week, sign up for every race. So I do miss that runner's high feeling. And yeah.
And sometimes you just need one one good race to fall in love with it again, you know?
And I needed one good race. I'm not going to wait a whole year
No.
to get to that feeling. And I was just like, nah, this is not it for me. So I would like to get that feeling every week. Personally.
And you can. There's so many small races in the calendar, you know.
Sure.
You don't have to wait for the big ones.
Spoiled for choice.
Yeah. Literally, there's something.
Literally spoiled for choice. Just to kind of round it off, I want to ask, like, what would be the top 3 tips that you would give to someone who's gone through a similar journey as you, who wants to start running, wants to, you know, has had that moment postpartum as well? Like, what are the tips that you would give them to push through, to be able to actually confidently step out and to try something new, or to do something, to be able to either lose that weight or to change your perspective and starting to do something about it?
Number 1, be honest with yourself. Yeah. Like, face yourself. Come to yourself, face yourself, accept that your life is not where you want it to be.
Yeah.
That's the hardest thing. We spend so much time running away from ourselves.
Yeah.
So that's step number 1. If you can do that, then you can face anything. That's the beginning. Because then without that, you don't know what the problem is. You haven't accepted it, you know, so you can't do anything about it. Number 2, I would say be delusionally ambitious. That has always been. I look back to my videos when I just started CrossFit, and I almost want to cry because I was sitting at about 140 kilos.
Sure.
And it was so hard. But in my head, I envisioned where I am today.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people today are like, oh, wow, Kat, you've done amazing. But there was nothing back then. Like, I built this out of nothing.
Yeah.
I could see what no one else could see. And I knew that's what I wanted, and it kept me going. So just be delusional. Like, nobody else has to understand you.
Delulu is a salulu.
Delulu is a sululu. You know what you want at the end of the day. Don't let anything stop you, not even yourself. Especially not yourself.
Yeah.
And the third thing, don't be scared to look stupid. I used to be so scared of running in public. And that's a thing for a lot of people. It's like, oh my gosh, they're going to see me. This is so embarrassing because I'm like, this looks so weird. They probably think, what is she doing?
Yeah.
But then now I notice people running and I'm like, okay, I don't even care. Like, why did I think everyone was looking at me?
Yeah.
You know? So just be unafraid to just, like, don't be scared to suck. Like, don't be scared to show up to that CrossFit gym or wherever that place is and be the slowest and be the worst at it. Because one day, I promise you, you will have that goal that you've worked towards.
Yeah.
And you will be so proud of yourself for showing up. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that point of don't be afraid to suck.
Yeah. Don't be scared. Like, what's the word? My thing is, I do it with my chest. Listen, I do it with my chest.
Standing on business.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Do I know how the hell I'm going to run a marathon? No.
But will we figure it out?
It's in the bank. I have done hard things before.
Exactly.
So whether I suck or not, I'm going to do it.
I love that.
I'm going to do it.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love your journey.
Thank you.
I remember reading your article and I was just like, I don't know why I've never had it on the podcast. I honestly think your story is such a beautiful story and also a story that needs to be shared more. Because I think there are a lot of people out there who go through the same thing but don't have someone to relate to.
Yes.
And I'm so glad you did that article when Kendra asked you to do it, even though you were like, I'm not sure. But it has, I'm pretty sure it has made it has made an impact already in the people who have read it. And it's definitely made an impact on me of wanting to do more, but also wanting to be more bold and trying out things and not being afraid to suck and to put myself out there, which is so nice and so encouraging. And I honestly hope that more people get to read it, more people get to hear your story, and that you get to share it more.
I love that. Yeah.
I was definitely inspired, and I'm so glad that I finally had you on the Running Podcast.
Thank you so much.
I'm honestly so honored. And, you know, the Running Podcast for me is all about this. It's all about creating space for people to share their journeys. It's all about finding relatability. Because I often find that there's a lot of sports podcasts out there, but it's really designed for like the elite kind of people, and like the jargons that they use is like big words, and it's just like I can't relate to this. And for me, I'm just an everyday runner, and I really wanted to create something that's relatable for your everyday rather than for the elite. And I think these real stories for me are my most relatable things. And I know a lot of everyday runners relate more to that. And I'm so glad that, you know, you get to be a part of this. And so thank you so much for being on the Running Podcast. Extremely honored to have finally met you.
I'm honored.
And to have you.
I'm the one who's so honored. Thank you for having me.
Of course. And I can't wait to have you back when you can tell me about more PBs.
For my marathon. Because it's going to happen.
Was this your first one?
Yes.
Are you
my
excited?
First one. Yeah. No, I'm terrified, but I know it's in the bank.
It's in the bank already.
It's in the bank.
You can do hard things. You've done John Karasi. You're literally doing the work. And I think you're going to have so much fun. And I can't wait for you to pass the cheer zone. Let me tell you something about the cheer zone.
I'm going to be there.
Let's see how fast I run.
Okay, because you can finish and then come back.
Exactly. Yeah. That's still all the pressure now. Yes. Or might even find each other on the road. We might just run together. You never know. But I think once you experience that, that will literally give you so much high. I mean, the marathon, you go through lots of highs and lows, but you also get to really know yourself. And that's what I really love, is that I think humans, we don't know how to be alone and completely alone. And I think a lot of stuff came out during COVID when people, you know, had to be alone and isolated. And I personally love COVID because of that. But not everyone else, I get it. But also running brings that out of you, especially long distance running. You go through so many emotions, but it's so beautiful at the end of it when you cross that line, because you get to learn so much more about yourself. And you get to learn like, oh my gosh, I can push through, one, physically and finish a marathon. Two, I can actually mentally go through things, but also be able to contain myself and also be able to still have or not the knowledge, but like that mentality of like, I'm going to finish. And like, we can finish. And it's just like, so much comes out of it. So much. And it's for me, it's so beautiful. And I always shed a tear after the marathon, because it's just like, I can't believe I did that.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
So I'm so excited for you. I can't wait for you to get onto that blue carpet and to cross the finish line. I think it's going to be such a special moment. It's going to be such a special moment, especially for your first one. And I think I might just bawl my eyes out, knowing your journey. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. So good luck. All the best. I'll probably see you at training.
Of course.
And have a blast. Go and have fun. Whether you have a time in mind or not, just go and have fun. Take it all in.
Why are you running? Why are you running?